Let us move on to section 3 of the introductory video to the ITIL 4 Foundation Training and Certification Program offered by 1W Training. In this, we are going to look at 4 dimensions of service management briefly. In ITIL 4 dimensions of service management is one of the core concepts. The other core concept being the service value system. So once again, the 2 core new concepts in ITIL 4 are the 4 dimensions of service management and the service value system. We're going to briefly discuss the 4 dimensions. In this very clear picture, we have got the 4 dimensions listed. Though they are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, they may be in any sequence, not necessarily in the same sequence. Number 1, organizations and people. Number 2, information and technology. Number 3, partners and suppliers. Number 4, value streams and processes. Which means any service management endeavor needs to consider in a holistic manner the various dimensions of service management. Which means it should consider the people and organizations aspect. It should also consider the information and technology aspect, partners and suppliers aspect, as well as value streams and processes aspect. Any service management endeavor which misses out one of these areas is not complete. And you can see clearly, let's for a moment think about rolling out a new service in the market by a provider organizations. To do that, they would have to look at their organization structure, their organization culture, communications, etc. and their people skills, competencies, teams, collaborations, and so on, and authorities and responsibilities within the organization to define and deliver that service. They also have to look at the information and technology aspects, for example, information protection, knowledge management, technology handling, platform management, etc. They also have to consider the use of partners and suppliers when they are defining, designing, building, and rolling out the service and maintaining the service. They may involve other third-party suppliers. While a customer may involve a service provider as a supplier, the service provider may have other third-party suppliers to support them. And finally, the value streams and processes, which will include several steps, activities, processes, procedures, run books, standard operating procedures, and so on. And also the combination of these into value streams, by which value can be maximized to customers. We also have the other things mentioned outside at the boundary. You see this line boundary, the thin line boundary. These are the factors which influence the 4 dimensions of management. Once again, these factors are political factors, economical, social, technological, legal, and environmental. In short, PESTLE or PESTLE factors. So these PESTLE factors, which are 6 in number, they influence the organization's 4 dimensions externally. These are external factors which come in and influence the 4 dimensions of service management. And each of them will be influenced by these factors, by one or more of these factors. For example, a change in the labor rate in the market, which is an economic factor, may influence the organizations and people dimensions of a provider organization or a consumer organization. Advancement in technology as an external factor, technological factor, may impact the use and definition of technology and architectures within the service provider or the consumer organization. New regulations, legal factors may lead to change of procedures within the service provider or the consumer organization. Social factors may change the landscape of suppliers in the market. Once again, the 4 dimensions are listed here. These 4 dimensions represent perspectives which are relevant to the whole service value system, including the entirety of the service value chain and all ITIL practices. We hope that you come to our complete ITIL training course, wherein we will go deeper into the service value system, and which has the 5 components, and also deeper into the 4 dimensions of service management. The 4 dimensions are constrained or influenced by several external factors that are often beyond the control of the SVS, and these are the pestle factors which were just explained briefly. To support a holistic approach to service management, ITIL defines 4 dimensions that collectively are critical to the effective and efficient facilitation of value for customers and other stakeholders in the form of products and services. Therefore, once again, the 4 dimensions create a holistic approach by which value for customers and other stakeholders can be delivered in the form of products and services. Think for a moment, use of improper technology and use of improper information protection mechanisms that can significantly influence the service and its performance and therefore impact customer and user experience. Similarly, a poorly designed organization with a lack of skills and competencies in an organization can impact the way the service is supported for customers, and which can lead to poor customer and user experience. Working with ineffective partners and not monitoring the performance of partners can also lead to such impact. And similarly, ineffective procedures and lack of clearly defined value streams, which means end-to-end scenario handling, can lead to ineffective service management. With that, we have come to a brief completion of the brief introduction to our course from 1W Training. We hope to see you soon in our ITIL Foundation training and certification courses, as well as other training courses in ITIL 4, such as Drive Stakeholder Value or DSV, HVIT, which is High Velocity IT, CDS, which is Create, Deliver, and Support, or DPI, which is Direct, Plan, and Improve, leading you to the managing professional qualification. And do remember that in the complete course, which runs for 2 or 3 days, we're going to cover everything in more depth, such as the 4 dimensions and many more concepts of ITIL 4, and also the service value system, which is made up of 5 components, namely the guiding principles, the practices, governance, the service value chain, and continual improvement model, as well as focusing in depth of some of the practices and superficially on some of the practices, but fully based on the syllabus for the exam from AXELOS. And we will be covering a total of 15 practices, out of which 7 would be covered in depth, and the remaining 8 would be covered superficially, which is completely in line with the AXELOS exams. But we are happy to go into your specific challenges and answer any questions you have in your own IT service management experience as part of our training offerings. Thank you for watching this video, and once again, good luck in your career growth and professional development, and looking forward to see you soon in our training and certifications program. Thank you so much for watching.